When you're building a building, it is good to put the foundation in first and make sure you have a good foundation before you start building the building. The same is true in life. It's good to have a good foundation first. That's why when you're young and you're in school and you're building your skills and developing your values and your beliefs, it's good to lay a good foundation of skills, knowledge, values, character qualities early in life, and then you build on that through the rest of life. When we lived in Dryden, and I was working for Northern Youth Programs at Beaver Lake, we had built a single ladies residence, and we thought it would be a fairly simple building, and so we put it on posts. And our theory was that we would dig down like 12 feet below, so we're sure we're below the frost. We pour a concrete pad and then we put a post on it, and then we put sleeves on the posts so that the frost wouldn't heave the post, but would just heave the sleeve. And so that was our theory. I don't know what we did wrong, but it did not work. And that building shifted in the fall when the ground would be freezing. It would shift, and we'd have to go in and adjust the doors so that the ladies could open and close their doors. And then in the spring, when the frost would go out of the ground, it would go the other way, and we'd have to be in there every week adjusting things again. And finally, we got tired of it, and we said, you know what, this building's moving all the, twice a year, and we're just going to put a basement under it. So I went to Corey Henderson, who was a contractor who lived close to Beaver Lake, and I asked him if we would jack up the building, if he would dig out and under it so that we could put a basement under it. And he said, well, I will if you let me tell you how to support it while I do that. Because he said, that is a house. And if it falls on you, you're dead. He said, I don't mind dying, but I don't want to do it anytime soon. So um, if you do it the way I tell you, I'll dig out for the basement. So we did it the way he told us. We jacked it up. We put some steel beams under it. We put them on cribbings of railroad ties and supported the building. And then he came and he dug out and under the building. And while he was digging, he was in there with his dozer and was digging under the building. And I went out one day to see how things were coming along. And so I was watching him a bit, and then Corey backed out from it under the building, and he shut off his dozer and he called me over and he said, Merle, did it ever occur to you people that it's a lot easier to build a building from the bottom up? And I was like, yeah, but then how do you get the roof way up there? But he was right. It's much easier to build a building from the bottom up and to start with a good foundation and then build the building on that. And that's true in life. You can go back when you're 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, and try and build a new foundation in your life. It's much harder than if you do it when you're young. And so I just encourage you to, as early as possible in life, to build a good foundation, knowledge, skills, character qualities, values, beliefs, and then build on those things throughout your life. It's much easier that way.